insights from the four corners of the earth, the knowledge of ancient masters, the wisdom of mysterious shamans, the magic of the wisest sages and others besides, so that the true lamp of learning may be kept alight in the hearts of apprentices everywhere. Merlin, Anno Domini 1577. Let's take a look inside. So, the contents are here. By way of introduction, Wizards of the West, magical creatures, shamans, South American shamans, North American shamans, Lap shamans, African shamans, Indian fakirs, Arabian sages, Eastern masters, an apprentice's appendix, the universal Sidculum, and a word of warning, whatever that might be. So here he is, Merlin himself. My faithful reader, it has long been my wish to set down all I know about the practices of wizards throughout the known world. The great work is indeed great, and it is my hope that by learning more about the wizarding ways of others, wizards the world over may add to their magical powers for the good of all. I have written this book by magical means. It will only choose an owner who is worthy of learning the information I have set down within its pages, so if you are lucky enough to possess a copy, guard it well. It will tell you of the four wizardological paths of Western wizards, Eastern sages, Chinese masters and shamans. Each one has its own unique skills in the various areas of magic. All apprentices, even the most dull-witted, can learn much from the wisdom of others, and by playing the simple card game that I have thoughtfully included with this book, can measure the increase in their wizarding skills. The more games won, the greater the level of skill acquired. But rest not upon your laurels. No apprentice will succeed in becoming a true wizard by merely playing a game. Many years of diligent study, many more years of practice, and decades of service to a truly great wizard such as myself will be needed before that is achieved. As I will, so mote it be. Merlin. So let's begin with the first chapter, which is Wizards of the West. Descendants of an ancient order, the wizards of the West must remember that power and responsibility go hand in hand. The Western wizard is the custodian of a great body of magical knowledge, passed down through many centuries. Much of this wizarding skill originated with the ancient druids, but it has been added to over the years, thanks to the Western wizard's love of travel. Much has been gleaned through communication with wizards from foreign lands. The wizards the world over would be wise to hone their own magical skills before starting to practice those perfected by others, and at all costs to avoid descent into the demonstration of magic for its own sake. Such exhibitionist tendencies almost always lead using animated objects to make light work of boring household tasks. Transformation. Most Western wizards are nervous of transforming themselves. Puss in Boots is a popular cautionary tale. Healing. A keen interest in botany is recommended. Affecting. A skill best used in moderation. Divination. Obtaining a magical mirror in a shortcut to success. Familiars. Cat, dog, toad, owl, hedgehog, pigs, dragon, unicorn. Brackets. Rarely. A wizard's outfit is all important. A selection of robes in assorted colours is advisable, for they should be the correct hue for the type of spell to be performed. The appendix to this book will tell you all you need to know. They can be decorated with symbols to reinforce the magical identity of the wearer. A hat is a useful addition. It will keep a wizard's ears warm and can be a handy hiding place for small items. Pointed hats, however, are a wholly unnecessary affectation. Good spirits. All wizards need the help of good spirits to make their magic work. Familiars can help with this, for they can see and communicate easily with creatures who so often choose to keep themselves hidden from human sight. However, even the cleverest familiar may occasionally fall foul of a wicked imp or sprite, as can be seen from the illustration below. Imps are a tricky lot and best left in their own devices. Familiars. Every wizard will benefit from having a pet animal known as a familiar. They are the wizard's true friend, and whether an ordinary animal or a magical one can teach him a great deal. Typical familiars associated with Western wizards include cats, dogs, owls, toads, hedgehogs, and, on rare occasions, helpful pigs. Wizard equipment. Wizards the world over recognise the value of a good and well-kept collection of magical equipment. The accomplished wizard can use magic to transform everyday objects into magical ones for permanent use. An ordinary stick into a wand, for example, or a broom into a handy transportation device. Other magical items might be passed down from wizard to apprentice, gaining power commensurate with their age. Magical items for Western wizards. The collection below shows 7 items that all Western wizards should strive to obtain. Here they are. Spellbook, magical mirror, 7-league boots, cauldron, wand, athame. It may take a wizard many years to locate a pair of magical boots, whilst cauldrons can be made to measure by most local blacksmiths. Spellbook. Only a few have magical properties, mainly useful as a place to store information. Magical mirror. A useful means of divination. Some mirrors, however, cannot always be relied upon to tell the truth. 7-league boots. Useful for long journeys. These boots can cover great distances in one step. Cauldron. that of the magical animal. Western wizards are often adept at befriending dragons, but care must be taken as at all times, for they can be temperamental creatures, and fatalities among the inexperienced are not uncommon. When trying to tame a dragon, a good stock of riddles is useful. However, dragonology is a tricky field of study that cannot be fully covered here, and the diligent apprentice should seek out a more complete treatment of the subject. Dragon spell. Hold a magically charged talisman aloft and repeat the following verse 8 times. At the 9th reading, a dragon will appear. 9 times 9 lives hath lived the cat, and 90 nights are 9 by 10. 9 ounces from 9 pounds of fat. 9 times hath pecked the dorking hen. So 9 times 9 I'll call to thee. 9 of those 9 come thou to me. Magical creatures. Great respect is due to the veritable menagerie of magical creatures that may make themselves available to help good wizards in their work. The help of a magical creature can add greatly to a wizard's power, but only if that help is given willingly. Any attempt to force a creature, magical or otherwise, to help you against its will is destined to end in trouble. This is seldom a problem for most wizards, for whom a love and respect for the natural world is second nature. But novices to the art must be encouraged to learn as much as they can about the rarer magical beasts, their appearance and uses, the better to be prepared for any unexpected encounter. Fairies. Circles in the woods, made from rings of toadstools, are a good place to summon fairies and other helpful spirits. These invisible creatures may reveal themselves to you if you practice the summoning spell opposite, and are essential for the correct working of many spells. Should they appear, beware of believing everything they say. They are adept at making fools of all but the wisest of wizards. Summoning spell. Walk clockwise around the inside of a fairy ring, casting salt mixed with a little dragon dust as you go, and whisper, "Fairy beings I can't see, please will you appear to me? Help me if you would. My spell is only meant for good. Venio, advoco, video." A word of warning. Never attempt to summon the help of spirits to practice dark magic. Misfortune awaits any wizard who chooses such a path. Wyverns, a species of dragon from the African continent. The shed scales from a wyvern's wings, ground to a powder and mixed with water, can help the user see over incredible distance. Unicorns. Unicorns usually make themselves known only to female wizards and are most often found in places where they can find adequate peace and quiet. Though they have a loud bray, they hate noise. Mermaids. Mermaids can be useful allies to any wizard contemplating a sea voyage. They have the power to calm even the roughest of waves. If stormy weather seems likely, enlist the help of a mermaid to ensure safe passage. Phoenix. magical transportation. Griffins. Temperamental creatures, griffins have a natural instinct for finding treasure, particularly gold. Shamans. Theirs is a difficult path, but it is also the one that takes the user closest to the natural world and its many wonders. Shamans are to be found on all the continents of the known world, from the so-called witch doctors of Africa to the powerful tribal warriors of North and South America. They are masters of spell casting, often using the more simple of materials, and have perhaps the greatest understanding of and power over the natural world. This comes in part from the deep reverence they show to all creatures, and which in turn enables them to excel at the art of transformation into animal form, often from a very early age. Shamans of the world. North American, South American, African, and Lap. Shapeshifters. Masters of transformation, shamans can shapeshift into many animal forms, enabling them to fly like an eagle, fight like a bear, or swim like a killer whale at will. However, this useful skill cannot be acquired without first gaining a full understanding of the creature involved, since this is best achieved through close personal observation. It is not an undertaking to be embarked upon lightly, especially where bears or killer whales are concerned. Familiars. Shamans rarely call on the help of magical creatures, preferring to use spells to transfer magical properties to the ordinary beasts of our earth. Any creature showing strange behavioural traits may prove to be under the effects of a shaman's spell, or indeed be the shaman himself in animal form. Stargazing. All shamans are experts at starcraft, rather than using the nighttime heavens for magical purposes. They tend to refer to them as one would a map, to help them keep their sense of direction on the ground. And we have Centaurus, Scorpio, and Gemini. South American shamans. None have been so feared in their time as the great and powerful wizards of Central and South America. With their feathered headdresses and colourful robes, the wizards of Central